density one, and they normally go by color. So the black ones are usually the most dense, the hardest, and then it goes down by like blue, red, white is usually the least dense. So you can kind of feel out what feels good to you. What you can always do too is wrap a yoga mat around this or a towel or something like that to make it a little bit more soft. So, and then there's other types too that have, you know, knobs on it, things like that. I wouldn't necessarily recommend something like that, only because it's not good for a large variety of things, whereas something like this can be a little bit better. So we're gonna go over this. With foam rolling, keep in mind that this can reduce soreness, usually temporarily, because of pressure factors and kind of stimulus to these parts. And they can also help reduce tension due to central nervous system kind of tension or neurological tension. So keep that in mind. You don't need to spend a ton of time doing this. No more than like 30 seconds per body part. If you have a spot that's a little more sore, you can spend a little bit more time on it, but in general, we're just gonna do some quick movement through each body part. If you find a little spot that's tight or sticky, you can spend a little extra time on it, but in general, this doesn't need to be something that you spend a lot of time on, so keep that in mind. So I'm gonna show you how I kind of work essentially from the top down, starting with the spine. So you're gonna start on your back with this foam roller kind of at the bottom of the rib cage, end of the sternum here if you went around the back. And support the head. You're just gonna take a couple nice rolls here. Same spot, all the way up to the top of the shoulder blades, and then down to bottom of the rib cage here. And then you can kind of roll from side to side, giving it a little extra pressure on each side of the spine. From here, you are going to exhale back, keep the belly button tucked here, and exhale back, give a little extension. Take a breath. You're going to do a little crunch up, keeping this tucked. Don't pull on your head. This is just for support. Then you're going to move down a couple inches. Same thing. Nice deep breath in. Little crunch up. Exhale back. Once more. So this is just a kind of shortened version of thoracic extension of the roller. And then we're going to move on to the lats. So underneath the armpits here, you're going to roll just to the side. This arm up over the top of the head, this leg bent for support. You're going to work basically underneath the armpit down to the bottom of that shoulder blade, and then up behind the shoulder. From here, you can go a little bit above that shoulder joint here, getting into the back of the arm and the tricep. You can turn and open towards the ceiling and get a little bit more of the back of that shoulder. A little internal rotation here can feel kind of good with that, hit that rear delt, that rotator cuff area. If you get right on the shoulder joint and then you roll from side to side here, you might find some tension. And then back down to the lat here. And then we'll go to the other side, and I'm going to stay facing you, so I'm just going to go this way. But you can just roll over on the foam roller. Again, underneath the armpit here. And in the kind of armpit, but towards the back of the armpit here. Roll from side to side. And then up above, a little bit into the back of that tricep. On the back of that shoulder, when you get to the rear delt, you're going to open up. You can do a little internal rotation here. And work that. And crunch. Then we're going to go down and work our way down. So we're going to go to the glutes. So from here, you're going to sit on it. And you're going to turn. So you're kind of sitting on one cheek here. Then from here, you can work this up and down. You can also find the middle of that glute in between kind of the sit bone and the top of the pelvis and roll from side to side. If that feels okay, you can put a little stretch on this by crossing that leg over the top and tensioning the muscle a little bit to get in a little bit deeper. You can slide up and turn and get a little bit more into that glute med, the kind of upper glute here, and work that a towards you, and you'll feel the stretch on that create a little more tension in the roller. So if you just kind of go to stretch that leg, okay? And then we're gonna work down to the hamstrings here. So this one, what I like to think about is drawing a line from the knee up to the hip in maybe 3 or 4 different spots. So you're gonna roll a little bit open and draw a line here. You can maybe do 3 passes there and then roll straight, draw your line here, a little bit to the inside, turn and draw the line there, and then last one, turn and draw the line there. You can go all the way up to the inside of the groin here, and we'll hit your adductors here in a second, but you can get them a little bit through here. And then do that on the other leg. We're gonna work down to the calves. So calves, same thing. If you think about drawing that line, so if you turn the toe out a little bit, draw that line all the way up. It should kind of hit right on the side of this bone. You should feel that. And you can do both at once if you want more pressure, or you can cross one over the top if you want more pressure. This is sufficient for me. You can also use this leg to support you if you don't want quite that much pressure. So draw that line, do 3 lines at each section and 4 different sections, drawing from the ankle up to the knee. And work your way in. So you're just rotating that leg and turning it as you draw your lines. And 3, perfect, okay. And then do the other leg, of course. Now we're gonna go to the quads. So for the quad, you're going to use your opposite leg as support. So you can bring one leg out to the side, and I like to start at the bottom there because it just kind of gives you the most control. This leg is gonna come out to the side, and then you can use that for your stabilization and adjust the pressure that you put on it. So same kind of thing, and when you think about drawing a line from your knee up to your hip, think about 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna work the adductors there in a second, and 3 passes on each line. So from here, one leg over the top, to the side, and you go 1, 2, and 3. If you get too far out to the side here, you're going to be hitting the IT band, which is a large tendon that runs on the outside of your leg, and it can be really tender. So be aware of that. You don't have to work that too much. You can do it a little bit if you want, but and then you're going to work your way in, and 2, 1 more, 3, same thing, rotate a little bit more, 1, 2, and 3, and then, so for this last part, what you're going to do is make an H with your body. So I'm going to come to the side here. So you'll do both legs of the quads, and then you're going to come out to the side, bring that leg out, and we're going to work the adductor. So you're going to bring your leg, knee in line with the hip. From here, you're going to work all the way in to the groin, and then back out here. Then you can think about drawing that line. Do about three passes on each line, and then switch legs. So that is the majority of the body hit with a foam roller. Took about 5 minutes or so with me explaining it to you. So do both sides.